Good morning, councillors. Welcome to this Licensing and Regulatory Committee meeting. We are live streaming, so what I'll do, I think, for the benefit of people watching, is to introduce everyone to us. My name is Brian Strong, and I'm chairing this meeting today. To my left, I've got...
Yes, I'm Robert Tranter. I'm the Solicitor and Legal Advisor to the Licensing Committee this morning.
Paula Harris, Democratic Services.
David Jones, Head of Public Protection.
Linda O'Gorman, Principal Licensing Officer.
Councillor John Prosser, Member of the Committee.
Good morning, everyone. County Councillor Ruth Edwards, elected member for Llantilio Cresceni and a member of this committee.
Councillor Jim Higginson, a member of this committee.
Councillor Ralph Chapman, member of this committee.
Councillor Francis Taylor.
Thank you. We'll go on with the agenda now. Do we have any apologies for absence?
Thank you, Chair. We've got apologies this morning from County Councillors Linda Guppy, Anne Webb, Martin Hickman, David Evans and Pauline Watts.
Thank you. I think the next item is declarations of interest. We'll do that as and when we go through the agenda. The third item is to confirm and sign the minutes of the previous meeting on the 17th of January.
Prepared to move them, Chairman.
All in favour? Thank you. Item 4 is the review of annual licensing fees for the financial year 2017-18. I think, Dave, you're leading on this, or Linda? Yeah, thank you.
Yes, it's the annual fee report to be brought before this committee for possible approval of the fees that itemised on the Appendix A of the report. Basically, if you refer to 3.2 of the report, it's saying how those fees are assessed. It's done on a cost recovery basis, and that's in line with legal sort of proceedings and test cases that requires that with regards to licensing fees. So basically, the report on Appendix A is actually is an assessment of what the fees should be for the next financial year. Also, I refer you to 3.5 of the report, which is section 70, whereby we are duty bound to actually put a legal notice in the paper of the intended fees for hackney carriage and private hire vehicles. So that will be done if the fees are agreed today. It will go into a newspaper for 28 days with regards to the fee assessment. Further to that as well, the fees that we are dealing with are on a number of licences, but the Gambling Act fees will be done at a later stage on the next committee hearing, which will be for the 21st of May each year, which is required to be carried out not from 1st of April, but the 21st of every year. Also, I've referred to 3.7 with regards to the registration service fee, which is an increase of mileage at Old Parlour-esque from £175 to £196 added to the £4 certificate costs, and gives a total of £200. This again remains at a competitive rate. Increase the cost of priority certificates from £6 to £10. So that's been added on, which isn't the normal sort of case, but it's been added on to also take into consideration today.
Thank you, Linda. I think Councillor Edwards, you'd like to ask a question.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone, again. Noting all the different things that you have to be licensed for. Within this last 12 months, landlords have to be licensed. Does that come under this? Are they charged, or is it reviewed? Or I just wondered what it was all about. Thank you.
Yes, if I can answer that one. It came in Rent Smart Wales, the licensing authority for Wales, and that's done through Cardiff. That came in November last year. It's done through Environmental Health, so that is a set fee that comes in. And Cardiff act as the licensing authority. Obviously, we're the enforcing authority. So as when landlords register, as you know, there's a charge for that. On the back of the registration, those private sector landlords then will need to be trained as well, and then they'll be licensed. Yeah. Yeah. So in terms of the report, Chair, obviously, as we know, we generally put up fees and charges 2.5%. The ones generally here, a lot of the Licensing Act ones, as per the appendix, are non-discretionary, so we haven't got any choice over those. It's about tweaking the other ones. So similarly, in terms of the landlord one, that'll be determined, it's a Welsh Government initiative, so that'll be determined by Welsh Government.
Councillor Higginson.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a question. I'm looking on street trading consents, the annual street trading consent. Was it 607, the new one, is it? And the old one's alongside it?
The actual proposed has actually gone down by £7, the actual the street trading consent. As I referred in the report, it's done on a cost recovery basis. So how we have to assess those is how much work was involved on the previous year, how many applications we had, if there's any hearings. There's a number of factors that get taken into consideration. Also how many meetings we attend. So all that gets assessed to come up with a figure to see how much would it cost us then to do the following years. So that's why it's gone down slightly on that one.
Thank you for that explanation.
The one thing I'd like to comment on is the, you say the fee increases for marriages at the Old Parlour will now be £200. It compares well with other authorities. Is it, quite a big difference, or is it fairly minimal?
If I can respond to that, Sally Morgan reports through to myself. 196 seems a strange figure, but it's £4 for the certificate, for the marriage certificate. That's again a non-discretionary charge. Yes, what we do is we benchmark that against other authorities, so it's a competitive rate for the use of our building. And again, what Sally Morgan would have done is obviously look to see what our costs are to do it on a cost recovery basis. The priority certificates is purely voluntary, the second one. So it's £4, currently it's £6 if you want to get it in a hurry. You can get it as a priority service. And again, the £10 competitive with our neighbours.
Thank you. Councillor Edwards?
Thank you, Dave. I'm just wondering, what is the average number of ceremonies that they carry out there in a year?
I'll get back to you on that. I can't remember offhand. The other thing is, obviously, we have about 30 venues outside of our own building, and we do it, obviously, in the Court Blethins and the Llansanfraith Court are all licensed. I know that's a £1,500 fee that comes through. I could get back to you on the numbers, but it's quite a popular venue.
Yeah.
If there are no further questions, you all happy that we accept that report?
Yeah, prepared to move the charges as outlined in the report, Chairman.
Thank you. Right, we move on to item 5 on the agenda. And for this we need to consider to exclude the press and public from the meeting during the consideration of the items we've got before us.
Move that done.
Thank you. All in favour? Yeah. Thank you.